The White House just made a historic announcement that could change the lives of millions of Americans. A new Social Security pension plan has been signed into law, and it's going to put $2,300 per month into the bank accounts of all eligible Americans. You may be wondering, am I getting this money? How do I qualify? And most importantly, what do I need to do to make sure I don't miss out? In the next few minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what's happening, who's eligible, and most importantly, what you need to do in the next 30 days to make sure you don't leave money on the table. Because let me tell you, some Americans are already seeing this money hit their accounts, while others are still waiting for answers. But don't worry, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where you stand. Let's start with the facts. The new Social Security pension plan signed by President Trump is called the American Social Security Enhancement Act. But forget all the complex legal jargon. What really matters is this. For most Americans, the plan means a guaranteed $2,300 per month directly deposited into your bank account, starting soon. And this isn't just a one-time bonus. This will be a permanent increase to your monthly Social Security check. For years, the Social Security system has struggled to keep up with rising costs of living. While many Americans have been receiving regular Social Security checks, the payments were not keeping up with inflation and the costs of basic living, especially housing and healthcare. But this new change aims to correct that imbalance by providing a $2,300 per month to all eligible Americans. That's a significant jump for many of you who have struggled to make ends meet. But there's a catch. Not everyone will automatically qualify. Let's break it down. So, who qualifies for this new Social Security pension increase? There are three main groups that will benefit the most from these changes. Long-term Social Security recipients. If you've been receiving benefits for over 10 years, especially if you've reached or are nearing retirement age, this adjustment could apply to you. Disabled individuals. If you are receiving Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI, and were underpaid in the past, you're likely eligible for the new increase. Retirees who didn't receive full benefits earlier. If you started receiving benefits before your full retirement age, you may have missed out on certain increases over the years that will now be corrected. The $2,300 is the average increase, but the exact amount could vary depending on your situation. Some of you may receive more, others less, but this will be a permanent increase, not a temporary boost. Here's the best part. This increase isn't a loan, and it's not just a one-time adjustment. It's a permanent recalculation of your Social Security benefits, meaning you'll see this money in your account every month moving forward, in addition to any previous increases you've already received. You might be wondering, how is this happening? Well, here's the situation. The Social Security Administration has identified that, for some people, the way their benefits were calculated in the past was flawed. If you were underpaid due to outdated formulas or mistakes made during your benefits calculation, the government is now making it right. And that means back payments for those who were underpaid in the past. Some of you could be looking at significant sums of money in the coming weeks. Here's what you need to do. Log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov. If you don't have one, create it today. Check for any notices about benefit reviews or adjustments. The system is already flagging eligible accounts and making corrections automatically. If you fall into one of the qualifying categories, you need to make sure the Social Security Administration has your correct information. Double-check your bank account details and address. This ensures your increased benefits are sent to the right place without any delays. Now, let's talk about manual reviews. If your case is more complicated, like if you have multiple types of benefits, worked in multiple states, or have a complex work history, your account may need to be manually reviewed. In this case, you'll have to contact the Social Security Administration directly to make sure your case is processed correctly. The rollout of this pension increase has already started and will continue in phases over the next few months. Here's what you need to keep in mind. Expect a letter from the Social Security Administration explaining how much your monthly benefits will increase and when you'll receive the first deposit. Don't wait for them to find you. If you haven't heard anything by August 1st, 2025, it's crucial that you call Social Security directly. Reach out to them at 1-800-772-1213 to make sure they're processing your increase. Remember, this is your money. You've paid into the system for years, and now it's time to get back what you're owed. But if you don't act now, you could miss out on some of the payments or even face delays. Here's what you need to do immediately. Switch to direct deposit. If you're still getting paper checks, you have until September 30th to make the switch. Otherwise, you could face delays in receiving your lump sum back payments. Update your address. If you've moved in the last couple of years and haven't notified Social Security, do that right away so you don't miss your adjustment letter. Let's take a moment to talk about what this change really means. This isn't just about an extra check. It's about catching up on years of lost value, broken promises, and the rising cost of simply surviving. Over the last 10 years, inflation has quietly drained your wallet. You may not have noticed it at first. Maybe it was a few extra dollars at the grocery store, a slightly higher electric bill, a medication refill that suddenly cost double. But over time, it added up. And today, studies show that many seniors have lost more than 20% of their purchasing power. That means if $100 used to cover your groceries and gas for the week, now it barely gets you halfway there. So when you hear about a $2,300 monthly benefit, that's not some surprise windfall. It's justice. It's a lifeline. That kind of money can change everything. It could mean finally paying off a credit card, or buying better food, or turning the heat up in the winter without guilt, or helping a grandchild with school supplies. And here's the part that really hits home. You've earned this. This isn't charity. This isn't luck. You paid into Social Security with every paycheck you ever received for 30, 40, even 50 years. That money was supposed to be waiting for you. And yet, for too long, it wasn't enough. You were asked to do more with less. Now, finally, the numbers are catching up. But let's be honest, it shouldn't have taken this long. And that's why this moment matters. It's not just about a check. It's about restoring dignity and recognizing the sacrifices you made to get here. So, what should you do right now? First, log into your Social Security online account. Check your messages, payment history, and notifications. Any adjustment will likely show up there first. Second, if you're still receiving paper checks, it's time to switch to direct deposit. The deadline is July 30th. Paper checks are slower, more prone to delays, and could be affected by banking backlogs or mailing issues. Third, if you haven't seen or heard anything by August 1st, call the Social Security Administration. Be firm. Ask for answers. You have the right to know where your money is. And finally, don't keep this to yourself. If this video helped clear things up, hit the like button, subscribe, and most importantly, share it with others. So many seniors are confused right now. They're hearing rumors. They're seeing news alerts. But they don't know what's real or what steps to take. Be the one who helps them. And let me know in the comments. Have you already received a letter about your payment change? Have you seen the adjustment in your account? Or are you still waiting like thousands of others? In next week's video, I'll be doing a deep dive into the tax side of this issue. Because yes, lump sum back payments may affect your taxes, but there are legal strategies to protect yourself. I'll break down what to report, what to deduct, and how to make sure you don't end up paying more than you should. So stay tuned. Stay sharp. And remember, this isn't a gift. It's your money, your retirement, and it's about time it started working for you.